Hey everyone, I'm Isaac from True Champion Gaming, and today I'm going to cover our top cards for the pre-release events that helped us clutch out those wins and get us those Smoker winner prizes. So let's get into it. First, I want to cover the event cards. While in our leader tier list video, we said there was only 2 that we think that might be good, we actually found out there was about 6 that actually felt pretty good to include into our deck that we just pretty much stuck in any single time we saw one. The 6 were Gum Gum Rain, Hell's Judgment, Brick Fist, Diable Jambe, Onigiri, and the last one being Deathwink. You can see some of a pattern with these, Brick Fist and Diable Jambe being removal, Deathwink and Onigiri being high cost, 6,000 counters, which more or less weren't necessarily used for their counter value, but just the value that they had in and of themselves. Being able to get out a 3 cost for Onigiri or being able to draw 2 cards for Deathwink were huge proponents in getting those wins for us. Next, I'm going to cover the blockers. And while there actually were a ton of blockers, and in our leader tier list video, we did say there was 3 that we wanted to make sure you guys still included in your deck, which were Blendhind, Domino, and Don Quixote. Of course, there was many others, like Cat Viper, Inazuma, Marco, Minikoala, and then Mr. 3, which I'll talk about here in a sec, and Monkey D. Luffy and Hina. The reason why I want to cover Mr. 3 and even Hina is that both these cards had extra value in them, right? Marco is a one I'll touch on a little bit, but Hina being able to basically block 2 attacks and Mr. 3 being able to attack and then also block were hugely important in getting those wins for us. Marco, pretty good if you were able to block and then bring him back in if you had that extra Whitebeard Pirate in your hand. Unfortunately, that wasn't very consistent all the time, but still a very good blocker to have. Next, I'll cover the non-blocker character cards that we pretty much included every single time in our decks. Those were Asuka, Trafalgar Law, Vista, Kobe, and Yamato. Now, there were, of course, SRs and Rs that were much better, but I'm not going to put those here because obviously they were just so good that you threw them in and you love seeing them. Kobe, Vista, Yamato, and even Asuka all play a similar role and be able to remove the board efficiently. Unfortunately, I never saw a Vista or Kobe in any of my pre-release decks, but my teammates did, and that's what helped them also get the win. Of all 5 of these, there was one special case that wasn't just about removal and control of the board, and that was Trafalgar Law. The thing that made him so good is that you could play him on turn 1 if you're going second. On turn 2, you could tap him, play out, let's say, a Nico Robin that would also bring him back into play, or you could play out a 3-drop that only costed 1 essentially, or you could attach 2 on him, attack face, and then again activate his ability and return him to hand. And it was almost like a pseudo rush for that character and also reactivated them so they couldn't get attacked that next turn. I'm just going to briefly touch on the 2 leaders that we thought were the best for the format. First one being Zoro and the second one being Kid. Zoro, of course, just the amount of control and power he gave to your board just by applying 1 Don to your leader and giving all your characters plus 1000 just gave you so much board control in and of itself. With Kid, you got so much value just being able to either attack face or being able to attack a rested opponent's character. Again, allowing you to either apply pressure or gain that board control back. Of course, we have a bunch more videos planned, so stay tuned for any of those coming up shortly. Thanks for watching.